Hello, folks. I welcome you. It's a beautiful day. Welcome. On Enterprise TV, we provoke yet another debate. Let's go there. The Supreme Court pronouncement on local government autonomy, the pros and cons. Are we home yet? Are we home yet? You know, the intense debate about local government autonomy has officially ended. In a landmark pronouncement on the matter, the Supreme Court of Nigeria ruled that the 774 local government areas be given a full financial autonomy across the Federation. In the pronouncement, the Apex Court ordered the federal government to immediately start payment of local government funds directly to the latter's exclusive accounts. In its lead judgment, Justice Emmanuel Agim scolded the decade-long refusal of state governments on financial autonomy for local government areas. According to the justice, only democratically elected local governments are entitled to these funds and not caretaker committees. With this healthy development, it is safe to conclude that local government areas in the country would breathe a lot better and deliver on their mandate. But like anything human, the school of dissenters or nonconformists does not share the optimism in the land regarding the Supreme Court pronouncement. On Crosstalk, therefore, we provoke the debate about the development. Let's go there. Welcome to Crosstalk. My combatants today are familiar to you. Barrister Evans Ofeli is on one side of the argument. Barrister Ofeli, I greet you. Welcome.
Thank you. My pleasure.
On the other side would be Cyril Abaku. Cyril, welcome to the Crosstalk.
Thank you, Citizen Jones.
So, gentlemen, the pronouncement has come from the Supreme Court, and the elation is still gathering momentum, I dare say. But again, both of you seem to take both sides of the argument. Cyril, how do you open?
The Supreme Court didn't make any pronouncement. I don't understand what people are even saying. The Supreme Court.
Justice Agim read a lead judgment, and the judgment pronounced something. That's the argument.
Which does not change anything as far as I'm concerned. Because the law said monies belonging to local government areas should go to them. For some reason. Directly. For some reason, for 20 years, the governors and the presidency colluded, packing all the money to the governors, who now walk free without criminal prosecution. But the Supreme Court has said, send the money to them directly. Okay. But who controls who monitors how the money is going to local government areas to be used? Because the reality that as far as governors continue to organize elections in the local government councils, when they put their stooges there, as long as corruption is the end game, they'll send them, when they get their money, they'll take it back to where the governors want them to take it to.
I don't think,
I hope you are not begging the issue. For me,
I hope you are not begging the issue.
I'm just wondering what needs to have been done.
Before now, funds had been going to local governments, and the issue of corruption has never arisen. I may be wrong. Or what does Barrister Ofeli say?
Well, I think the pronouncement of the Supreme Court is a landmark judgment that will go down to the history of this country. The Supreme Court have made it clear now that the interpretation of Section 162, Subsection 1 of the 1999 Constitution, that gave a joint account to the federal government, the state government and the local government, wherein monies belonging to local government have always been paid into that account. But the intent of the legislature is that that money gets to the state government account and same be transferred to the local government. The parts that belong to local government should go to the local government immediately. But that is not the case all the while. We've seen situations where, first of all, the governors even summarily wind up democratically elected local government authority, put in caretaker committees. Now, when these funds come, they know that the motivation is that money. That is why they don't want democracy at the local government level. So that when they put their stooges at the caretaker committee, whatever it is that belongs to local government, they will hold it back and then give the caretaker.
If it is not whittled down.
Yes, they will not give them what to pay salaries and then hand over to traditional rulers what is left, and that is all. But now the Supreme Court have not said that no, that these funds, because we pay into joint account, because the federal government pay into joint account, and the state government don't actually do what they're supposed to do. Some of them will make sure that there's no democracy at that level at all. Now, the fund is going to be paid directly into local government account and not caretaker committee. What it means, therefore, is that it's double barrel. One, it will compel the governors to ensure that there's democratically elected local government chairman at their local government. That's one. Two, that it will also force them, okay, to ensure that those funds are usually going to those joint accounts, will not go into a joint account again, but to go straight to the
in fact, government. To underscore what you're saying, the federal government has stopped, or the FAAC,
yes,
as the Federation
FAC
has stopped paying monies to 21 states that don't have duly elected council officials.
Yes,
as we
the
speak.
federal government will hold that money back because there's no democracy, there's no local government.
Until they are whipped into line.
Yes, until they conduct local government.
The federal government.
Siri, what the pronouncement, since I'm surprised you don't agree with that word. The pronouncement reinforces the fact that one of the underpinning requirements for a healthy democracy is respect for rule of law.
I agree with you, but I'm still wondering what the significant change it is that we want to celebrate here. Number one, what we are doing now is to create an independent third tier of government by arbitrage. And how do I mean? The federal government arbitrarily.
What's wrong with creating a third tier?
But if you say good, so if you say we are federal. If you say we are federal and you want to implement, if this autonomy is done in the spirit of federalism, then we defeat the purpose, because what it ought to be is that the federal government would have hands off this matter entirely, allow for proper derivation or what for the federal principle, allow the states to be the ones to manage the resources, and feed the local government areas if that's what we want. This one that federal now wants to hold everything.
Yes,
this is what we want to give states, and then we want to give that's a unitary system of government.
No, it is not.
No, that's unitary. The federal government will control governors and control government chairman.
Hold on.
What is that now?
No, hold on, gentlemen. But the Justice Agim said, even though it's been going on for some decades now, it does not make it right.
Doesn't make it right, yes.
It is not a matter of right or wrong. What I'm saying is that if you want to be a federal state in principle, the federal government should even be blind to local government areas. It is not a purview.
No, it's
now they want they want to give money to governors, give money to states, to local government, then organize elections for them. What does that mean?
Hold on, we have 3 tiers.
Who organizes elections?
The federal government says they want to organize local government.
No.
They want to do it. If you check
they have this.
When you check what the AGF said, the AGF said 2 things. Said 1, LG autonomy, and 2, fundamentally, that INEC will organize elections for local government areas. That's how we are going.
Hold on, which is better? By the way, let me tell you, INEC, you are getting it wrong. INEC is not the federal government.
They are the federal elector.
It's an institution.
It's an institution, independent.
A federal institution.
Not a federal institution. It's not.
Yeah. No. Grant that, but it is independent of the federal government. It is doing its job.
Who gives it its money?
You understand?
Who gives it money?
So the independence of the INEC is established. The truth is that we have 3 tiers of government, and these 3 tiers of government have their different territories. The federal government have its own territory. The state government have their territory. The local government have their territories. You understand? Now, it is because handing over money to the state government have not helped the local government all the while. It has not. So, the intent of the legislature is that the local government should be a functional government at the grassroots level. Now, what you will say is that this will now impel the people. The people have to work here. The people must go to the local government chairman henceforth. On Thursday here, they will send that money.
Yeah.
If you see flood in your compound or in your street and everything, walk up to your local government chairman and demand that they fix.
Cyril, but I feel the urge to ask Cyril, your state, Rivers State, does not have duly elected council chairman. As a matter of fact, 2 or 3 weeks ago, your governor swore in caretaker this thing. And are you not happy about this development?
The question on the table here is not whether I'm happy or not. I think it's more about what is right from what is wrong.
So what is right here? Is it right for your state? No, just a minute. Is it right for your governor to act in defiance of the constitution?
It is also a question of
you have not answered. You are not.
Can I land?
Your governor have a
No, you are landing in
election into local government councils are already scheduled. So that is
for when?
It is not for me to defend the governor. For October, they've been scheduled.
Because of this development.
No, even before. But the argument on the table, the first we should have done, Barrister. But between now and October, you dissolve them.
Just a minute. Between now, you don't have a right.
The federal government, instead of going to court to ambush governors, should have gone to National Assembly to say
it's been going on for years.
The federal government ought to go to court to dissolve. If they can dissolve.
You know why? Because
the president but you remember that the Afghan president attempted to go there.
Yes,
but he invoked executive.
But no, because he lacked the strategy and wisdom to do it.
Good.
In the case in the
Supreme Court said no.
In the case of Governor President Tinubu, when he was Governor Tinubu of Lagos State, created 37 additional local government areas.
LCDAs.
Because he understood that the responsibility and function of creating LGs or LCDAs couldn't be that of the federal government. That's where I'm going. Why don't you go from ground up? Now, what you remember is to go to parliament, obtain powers, and dissolve all the local government areas, and then we begin afresh. I thought that
hold on. Let's go back to the Tinubu years. Because of that, the Obasanjo government seized allocations to Lagos State for 16 months.
Yes.
And Akwa Ibom for 20 months.
Because
the Supreme Court became the arbiter and said it was wrong.
Okay, good. Because the responsibility of dealing with LGAs shouldn't be that of the federal government. This was a President Obasanjo, who was trying to perform a unitary pattern in the federal state.
Oh, yeah.
So the governors are the ones who have the right and power to go over local government areas. Why are we now supporting the president from cutting governors and then going to local government areas? Is that right? Could never be right.
Siri, we should have continued.
In all sincerity, what we have done now is to further disempower the local government areas.
No.
We have just done that.
The local government is a system of government, just like the state government. Your governor, what your governor is to the state, is what the chairman of the local government area is to the local government.
Of course.
You understand? Ufeli, remind him that in the United States of America, the airport in San Francisco is managed by the local council there.
Now let's go there. Now let's go there. Let's go there. In what way can sending allocation from federal government to local government areas ever make our local government areas come to such a level? What? Hold on. What? By law, our local government areas, they are dealing with gutters, cemeteries, markets. Okay. Street. In a federal state, the power state should derive and originate from them. They should be the ones talking about mining. That are talking about, say, as you have mines in Zafara now, they should be the ones
now the local government,
oil, mining, bitumen, and so on. Then send money to the state governors, and then from there to the federal government.
From the exclusive list to the concurrent list to the residual list.
Yes.
You will see the powers are spelled out. Mm-hmm. You have a law for the federal government. We know that from the federal government. They will be able to undertake. Yes, they will tar streets. You understand? Construct roads.
Without the governor.
Can I ask a question?
Without the governor, because that's their territory. That primary territory that's a grassroots to the people, they'll be able to take care of so many things. Because the governors we have today don't care whether the local government is managed properly or not.
Or
what
for
they
that
do
matter,
is to give salary.
whether the local government is breathing.
Yes, they don't care. So this is a better.
You are supporting
this is a
my
better
cause.
thing.
You are supporting my cause.
No, how can I support your
And that's
cause?
what I'm saying, that
I
those
cannot support your
functions they give to the government that are things that councillors and wards can take care of on their own. They function of
the councillors with their own money.
when you are talking about the duties that LGs are performing in America, where they are even taking of airports, I'm saying that ideally, where you have bitumen in Ondo, lithium in Kwara, oil in Bayelsa, and so on, it is the LGAs that should bring companies to mind.
Your argument is restructuring. Do you understand?
Exactly. So why are we skirting the issues?
That's your argument.
Why are we skirting the issues?
So what we have today here, what the discourse today here is on the pronouncement.
I'm saying that it is a further problem, because what the president has done is to lock the ball from the goalpost over the rest of the midfield.
Let's leave your River State and go to Anambra State, which some cynics have named the what do you call it?
Japan of Africa. What?
No. Anambra State is supposed to be what's the word? I'll get it. For 16 years and still counting, they have not held local government elections.
Is Anambra alone? There are many as well that
states.
Exactly. My proposition is simple. I'm saying that in fact there should be election bodies at local government level too. There should be, not the federal government saying that our plan is to give you money directly and organize elections for you. What are they saying? Are we under the military? We are not. If you want to empower them properly, this is a black market ruling of the Supreme Court.
No.
To kill democracy, to kill people's power, to kill the grassroots, and to kill Nigerians.
It is natural. It is.
How is this to kill grassroots?
It is now.
Hold on.
It's only break there.
Hold on. Cyril, it is natural in a country like ours to have dissenters like you who deliberately refuse to see any light at the end of the tunnel.
As far as
they think that light is a train.
As far as it is part and parcel of my freedom of thought and speech, then so be it. But I'm just telling you that what the president has done is to smuggle in what looks like a reform through the back door. But in the end, it is a red herring. Because the fact is it is the president. 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 Because tomorrow what you hear now is that all the LCDs in Lagos and LCDs in Oyo and LCDs in of course I do.
162. Check it.
No. Start from section 7.
From there. Read section 7 together.
Can I ask a question?
You come to that conclusion.
Can I ask a question?
Yes. The original intent of the lawmaker is that the federal government send the allocation to the local government directly. That's the original intent. Now, that was truncated by the governors because of the joint account. The money is supposed to move directly the same day to the local government. But they don't do that. They call it, and you think that is the best thing for the country?
And now that we have angels, now that we have angels that will be receiving the money,
there's no country where angels rule. Human beings do.
Who should be creating local government areas? Ideally, in the federal structure, who should be creating local government areas?
But
there are several.
Hold on.
Who should be creating them? Who should be creating them?
Evans, let me help you. We live in a peculiar environment. Only the military, from experience, have been able to create local government.
Or some federals, because we had a referendum in 1962
that is a referendum not in the constitution.
Today, it is not.
Today.
But should be added. And that's where I'm going back.
Your argument is restructuring.
It is not restructuring. It is not restructuring.
Let's talk
the president is doing the...
You are arguing restructuring.
What the AGS I had him say.
What is before us is not restructuring.
What I had the AGS he said that Autonomy, financial autonomy is part and parcel of the federal structure. And I'm saying to Galilee, if the intent of the government...
What do you have against funds going to council areas directly? What do you have against it?
Because the federal government wants to become the new state governors.
No.
No, but that is it now. That is it now.
Annoyingly so.
That's not it.
The federal government wants to be the one to be giving money to a local government area. What I've said is not that this government
have been giving them.
I'm not even saying no. That's not what we are saying. What we are saying.
Government has been giving local government.
No, that's what we are saying. That's what we are saying.
You are saying as if
who is this day?
That's what we are saying. They have not.
They don't. The state government don't allow it.
No, that's not the issue here.
They are saying we will not send you the money again. We send it directly to them.
That's not the issue here.
Let them use to develop.
Can I ask a question?
No, Siri, wait. Hold on. As a matter of fact, as we speak, FAC has stopped giving money to anybody. Any of the 21.
If the federal government had by itself started giving money to states, asking the governor, without judgment, what would have happened?
It has not.
No, if it did, what would have happened?
No. It was giving money to state to band over
because of the joint.
It's not direct. I am saying so now. So who created joint account? You see, my question is simple. If the
federal government that created joint,
if President Tinubu decided to start giving money to governors without judgment, what would have happened? Would everyone have followed? The people know they know what they're after.
It's not about
they want to control local government areas. We come out one day to debate whether it is right for INEC to organize elections for them or not. I'm telling you.
When we get to that bridge.
Yeah, but so why is that the first? Why if your goal?
INEC organize election for state governors.
Yes. And for lawmakers in the state.
What is wrong with INEC?
For local government areas.
Yeah, we can have a single electoral in the country. Yes.
For councillors.
Anywhere.
For council chairman.
In 1999, INEC conducted the election. Did they have us for?
This INEC that we have today.
In
that IRF will be shut down.
INEC conducted the election and brought local government chairman.
That IRF will shut down.
4 years time. So
that IRF will shut down.
IRF was not there in 1999. Stop being cynical. You are being cynical.
IRF will shut down.
So there's nothing wrong in having a single body to conduct election to every office in the country. Because that body is independent. It's not the federal government. It's not federal government.
Who appoints INEC chairman?
Let me go there.
Who appoints INEC chairman? Who appoints him?
They are independent.
Who pays them? Who pays them?
Hold on.
Who pays them? Who pays them?
What's important?
Let me take charge or I end the show. Come on. I'm saying let's look at Cyril. Now it's giving you the power to confront your local government chairman. Oga, this rule, that's gutter, because he has no excuse not to fix them.
Yes.
Because he now has money. Over time, the excuse had been the monies that should come to us don't get to us. Now the money is coming to you. That's one. Two, prices of foodstuff have gone through the roof. It's only the local government can tame things like that. Don't you think?
I don't think. And I can tell you why. When
your local government chairman cannot go to a particular market and exercise his authority.
A senior colleague of mine, Wale Adedayo, in Ogun State, Ijebu is local government area precisely.
Wale, our colleague.
Yes.
They say he's headstrong.
But I mean, he stood for what was right.
Yeah. But at the time,
how did he end up?
This thing would not have.
How did he end up? When Wale Adedayo was arrested by the governor, did Ogun people go and fight the governor?
Cyril, remember, Wale was kicked by the governor. Today, the Supreme Court judgment says no.
Why didn't people in Ogun State go and say that Abiodun, you must give him the money?
Corrected the problem, the long-standing problem.
They have compounded the problem.
They have not.
They have compounded it.
Today,
they have compounded it.
Not been touched.
They have compounded it.
For nothing, the state governors will go and actually conduct election now to fill in the
and put in their
so that's politics in Nigeria. We have not changed the character.
Yes, so it's not a bad thing that the Supreme Court have given a judgment to advance the cause of the local government.
If the intent,
let the grassroots, be developed. That is the essence.
If the intent of the Supreme Court ruling is to develop powers and make sure that the government councils are empowered, then let us do the right thing. Go to National Assembly and let's have restructuring.
Okay. The matter will get to the National Assembly.
It should get there.
It will get there.
It should get there.
But
as it should appropriately.
Let me remind you. In the United States of America, late President Ronald Reagan said, we are not seeking a Republican answer, nor do we want a Democratic party answer. We want an American answer
Yes.
to
American
an American
problem.
problem.
Yes.
So in like manner, we don't want a Labour, ABGA, APC and PDP answer. We want Nigerian answer. And Siri, you don't go to court and get anything off the counter like a bazaar. You go there, seek redress, and on its merit, the court looks at it. We have talked about it. Former President Buhari went about it the wrong way. The current government wants to go the right way. So what can be wrong with that?
Yes, they went to court. So now the Supreme Court have now made a pronouncement. That pronouncement it made is originally the intention of the lawmakers, the drafters of the Constitution, that the local government be independent. The state governors refuse to make them independent by that refusal to allow the funds go to them. And today, their funds cannot go directly to them. It's a cause for celebration and not for any other. Your argument is purely on restructuring, which is off the course of
which is what the government said they want to achieve.
So,
government will not achieve restructuring by fiat.
Everything
by fiat, it will not.
Everything that can go wrong with what the president has done.
Initially,
I've
remembered it. Anambra State is supposed, cynically, some people say it's the erosion capital of the world. We had a Peter Obi who was there 8 years. He never held local government elections. Obiano succeeded him, no show. And the current government, led by a former central bank governor, says he's constrained to want to think election, like your state governor is doing.
But now they will have no choice.
Everything
post this judgment, all of them will have no choice but to conduct that election.
And sadly, everything that can go wrong with what the president is doing has already gone wrong. I wonder how they can get it.
Including what?
What's the president doing?
No, name it. What has gone wrong?
What's the president doing?
What has gone wrong?
Not the president.
Oh, is the Attorney General wrong?
He should give governors the same power he wanted to enjoy in Lagos State to create our local government areas, and then give local government areas the power to generate the money. It is the president. Why didn't it begin from there? Why didn't it begin from there? Why didn't it begin from there? I thought it was the other head of. Why didn't it begin from there? He went behind.
No, hold on. Ufeli, just a minute. Lagos State has 20 local governments by the Constitution. The state created 37 LCDAs. Since it was created till now, they have been moving smoothly and no wahala. So where are you seeing the problem?
That's what I'm saying.
No, what are you saying?
They have been created, but they are powerless. What powers do they have? What powers do they have by law? They have no powers. The real power is not
serious. Now they have the power.
In a federal structure, power is not by giving them money. Power is by allowing them to organically derive their identity, cultural, political, economic, and to determine their destiny today.
Because the governor there went about it the wrong way.
So why is the president now?
You should have sent a citizen bill to the national assembly.
And what is the president doing today? And what is the president doing today?
So having not done that, you cannot now say that.
And what has the president now done today?
Those SDAs are not recognized.
But what has the president done today?
Let me answer. You want a direct answer?
Yes. What has the president done today?
Any citizen or government in this case who is aggrieved must go to court and seek redress. The president had gone to the Supreme Court to seek redress, and the Supreme Court has spoken. So funds will go to local governments directly. You think you are looking at more politics than socio-economic development, and which is unfortunate.
He's arguing restructuring.
The president
is not arguing.
Stuff has already gone bad. It's a pity that the president has already lost.
But he's here. If you are aggrieved, go to court.
Well, the president has already lost it. So what do we do?
He
has lost it.
Lost what?
He has lost it.
He has not lost anything.
But he's sending his AGF to go to the Supreme Court and so on. The mistake has,
Is that not what
the mistake has already been made.
All the attorneys general.
It's a pity, frankly.
Cyril, all the attorneys
So
general.
what do you say about Buhari that went to his executive order?
No, all the attorneys general. Cyril, all the attorneys, 36 attorneys general were at the Supreme Court, including yours.
Yes, they were all there.
As defendants.
And they lost.
And they lost.
All of them lost.
Oh,
The matter is not whether the governor.
Are you aggrieved?
It is not whether the governors
They disagree, but unfortunately, you cannot appeal from the Supreme Court to anywhere.
So, are you seeking an appeal to that judgment?
It is not a matter of whether the governors won or lost. But the fact that the president put his right foot forward and he has misstepped.
You can go.
He has misstepped.
You can raise a citizen bill.
He has misstepped.
Through your rep, you can raise a citizen bill and to ask that the federal government create more local government or more LCDA.
The federal government should not be the one doing it. It is state that should do that, not federal government.
Go to court now.
In America, the local government that has airport, is it federal government that created it? They didn't create it now. That is the problem. The president is avoiding the real issue. And it's a mistake.
But that is coming on the strength of an autonomy which is in place in America.
And can be in place because we have it in the First Republic. Why are we skirting the issue? The president is skirting the issues, and it's unfortunate. That's why I said everything that can go wrong. Has already gone wrong. Yes. Who went to the Supreme Court to seek this interpretation?
Ask that the law be properly interpreted as to what is the intent.
Who went there? Who went there?
Who
went there? Who went there?
So, if the president, as the first citizen and commander-in-chief, cannot go to court to pray for something that is ideal, who else will?
That's what I'm saying.
Would you be the one to go there?
Well, that's what I mean. He just said like I could go to court or raise a citizen, but I'm just telling you that where the president even was governor of Lagos and what he's doing as president are two different things, and I don't understand that.
Two different.
And therein lies the error.
Two different scenarios.
Therein lies the error.
Which error?
Which error?
The error is open for all of us to see.
That
if the intent, as you say, intent is to have the local government areas be empowered, it's not like giving them money. It's about allowing them to determine their own place.
All right, we must
in the question of things.
Hold on.
But understanding we are not following that route.
No. Just a minute. This is a structured show. Barrister Feli, you are granted 60 seconds to wrap your show up, your argument up.
Yes, I think this judgment
beginning now.
This judgment is the only thing positive I've seen in this government. It's a cheering news that we're able to pull through this through the judicial system, and now we have a judgment emanating from the Supreme Court that cannot be appealed against. That the local government must derive their revenue directly from the federal government. That is the intendment of the lawmakers. Not for a state government to stand as a wedge in between the development of a state and a local government. Now, every state that have no local government constituted will not be beneficiaries to this fund because the number of local governments we have is 774. States that have created LCDAs, created all what they are creating, all those things they are creating will not benefit from this. It will only, the only local government that will benefit is 774 local government, which is recognized by the Constitution. And this, for me, is the way forward. Now, it's left for the people at the local government level, to walk up to the local government chairman and demand for good governance.
Local government chairman's feet to the fire.
Yes.
Okay. How do you close?
It is unfortunate that we came to this sorry pass, that the president chose this course of action, that the president has sponsored rebellion in the Republic, and that we are now where we are because the president took an unfortunate step by asking Egypt to go to court and seek this sort of redress. Why don't we empower the local government areas to be strong, to seek their own, to be determinants of their own destiny, to allow power to derive from them? They should make their own laws, have their own election councils, then give taxes to the state government and to them to the federal government. That is the organic way to empower local government areas, and not to unfortunately create a authority of government that will become the nemesis of state governors. It is unfortunate, but that's what the president has done. We can only pray that things get better.
Okay. Thank you, Cyril. But Cyril, let me remind you that a dissent is an opinion, which is not necessarily binding. I was told at school that there are three sides to a particular argument: the pro side, the con side, and the edge. A story is like a coin. two sides. The edge is also a side,
One
but
on
it
top of
actually
that.
stands. Let the debate continue over whether the pronouncement of the Supreme Court on local government autonomy is right or wrong. Until the next time, let me say thank you to Barrister Evans Ufeli for your time.
A pleasure, sir.
And Cyril Abaku for your time.
My pleasure.
I know that, gentlemen, being a gentleman is a good thing, but after an argument like this, you lose your cool. Let's hope you get your cool back when we leave here.
Right.
On behalf of the Backroom Boys, this is yours sincerely, Citizen Jones Hussein, saying bye-bye now.
Enterprise TV, a tradition of truth.